Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back into some more Anno 1800 with our 1 million population beauty build series. Thank you so much for all of the love and support and comments and feedback on the first episode of the series. Greatly appreciated. Keep those comments and all those suggestions and things coming. I love to hear from you. So this episode is going to be focused on some more logistical stuff. I do want to keep expanding the city a little bit more up this way and start defining kind of the downtown-ish area. My World's Fair is definitely going on this lovely little cliff right here that's overlooking the city and everything. So definitely World's Fair right there. Our downtown area is probably going to go somewhere right about in here, in this general vicinity. This is going to be more of like this, artisans and workers and industrial stuff, kind of an industrial harbor. This over here will likely be engineers and investors and a bit nicer of a harbor area, probably. Not sure how I'm going to design it just yet, but I have some ideas for over here. I want to keep expanding this. So I have actually been sitting around for like almost 2 hours trying to get the costume designer from Eli, and I have spent a ridiculous amount of money for it. So I gave up, and I'm actually ready to do some more cotton fabric. I'm just going to make the cotton fabric myself. I'm tired of fighting with it. I do want to get some extra going, though, because I am going to be needing another fur dealer very, very soon. So for right now, I'm just going to slap these down like this. That will work. Just to get some more cotton going, I do have my cotton trade route set up. I do want to get these in some groups, though. Both of these are in a new group. Let's rename this. So this is New World, Old World. These are AI trade routes. You'll notice if you keep watching me, I kind of do the same naming convention for my trade route categories all the time. There's always AI routes, New World, Old World. This is just how I like to categorize everything. So we'll see how well that works later on when I get closer to, 1 million population and I have lots going on. For right now, this does okay. You know what? It's fine. I don't care. Perfectly fine right there. Let's go to give all the cotton fabric I need. The only other thing I've got to have now is fur dealer. Not fur dealers, hunting cabins. Even though I have fur on this island, I don't want to do it on this island. You know what? Get some docklands going. Let's get some docklands happening. Docklands are actually going to come down here. This is going to be my docklands harbor. That way it's real close to the map edge, so Tobias will quickly come over here and I don't have to, wait for him. Did also get us up to 397 out of 450 attractiveness, so I'm going to want to put a tourist mooring down fairly soon. Now, furs require export 2,000 of anything. So, okay, that's fine. That I can do. What I can actually do with that is probably... I'm going to set sails. Oddly enough, I'm going to use sails as my first export here, I think. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. Let me look at something. Okay, so I do want to do sails, but for the moment, I actually need to start exporting a whole lot of sausages because sausages are an unlock. What I want to check out here. Okay, so what I have done is I figured up about how much sausages I can produce in 30 minutes time based on how many I'm overproducing, which is 5. So I can export up to 150. I'm going to set this to 125. I'm going to import 252 pigs for that. I do have some pigs in storage. I have 187. So what I'm going to do is actually get rid of all of the pig farms, even the one I just built, because I don't want that anymore. Yeah, we're good on the pigs now. So what I'll do is I will import the pigs. And I'll probably do kind of a crazy thing where you take the Clipper or any other ship, and right before Tobias gets there, if you are trying to do something like this, where you're trying to quickly export a bunch of stuff to meet unlock demands, try to export as much as you possibly can produce. And then whenever Tobias comes back around, then load up a clipper or a couple of clippers or cargo ships, whatever you got. Load it up with whatever you're importing and dump it into the sea. So that way it clears out the storage and you can import the maximum amount. So I'm not doing it the most efficient way just because, you know, I'm not like massively overproducing anything, but it's enough that it will work. It's probably going to take, let's see, it's going to take about 6-ish trips. Yeah, a little over 6 trips. I may boost this up a little bit more. Say to 140. To 140. That'll at least, because what I wanted to do is unlock beer at the very start to get beer started, because I think I'm going to just import that. And then we're going to flip over and start exporting sails, because I do want to import my fur eventually. So the goal for the moment is going to be kind of getting fur set up over here on this island and getting that brought over for our fur dealer, expand the city, and at least get engineers unlocked and get our first thing of electricity started and electrify some of our, we'll probably put our first power plant maybe like right about in here somewhere and move some of our industry close by to it. Maybe, I don't know. We'll think about it. I'm going to think about how we're going to do this. But that's going to be enough for this live time. Enjoy a bit of a time lapse while I kind of get everything set up, and I will see you when we get back. Oh, I know there's some people in the comments right now screaming. I know exactly what I just did. I know what I did. It took me a second. I put the sausages in the wrong spot. I needed to import sausages. So, yeah, I done screwed that up. It happens, you know, nobody's perfect. So, yeah, I've had to import the sausages. So, for that, we're going to export sales, which is a terrible turnaround, apparently. I really do. I could do that. All right, 702 for 155. So, there we go. These things happen on occasion. So, you know, when you do silly things like this, don't be upset. It happens to the best of us. So, yeah, I fixed it. And we'll just move on and pretend that that never, ever happened, okay? Hey guys, how's it going? All right, so coming in here to the time lapse now, I have finished recording the episode. Now I'm going back and working on the editing. Obviously, I just got finished with the part where I totally screwed up the sausages and finally fixed it. What I've been doing in the Docklands is kind of fiddling around trying to decide what I want to export and import the sausages and the pigs. I wanted to get rid of that stuff on the island. Eventually, I will move the soap and everything off of the island completely and have it on its own island by itself. But for right now, we're going to be importing those things right there for our people. And I've been just kind of figuring it out what I want to use. I think for right now, I had Windows, and I was using Windows just because I had some extra. Later on, I do change that out for something else. I believe I'd do that towards the end of the video. Unfortunately, this one right here, I did not have much time to record. I'm recording it the same night that I'm going to be that I'm editing and rendering it and uploading it for release tomorrow. So I didn't have like 5-6 hours to sit there and play and work on stuff to try to get a lot of good content in it. So it's more you're kind of seeing everything that I did. I did have several requests for slightly longer episodes, so I'm going to try to keep it still under 30 minutes, but do a little bit more. And I slowed down the time lapse from 400% to 300%, so it's not so dizzying as it goes by. Hopefully it's a little bit better on your viewing little eyeballs. But yeah, this one right here was not too bad. I spent a lot of time just kind of catching up mostly. I did a lot of expansion. I built a lot more artisans. I started getting more engineers put in. Engineers, though, I do turn off all of their consumption other than the university, just so I can save on the consumption at the moment for everything. I don't really need all the artisans. I don't need all the engineers going. I just needed to get them in there so I could unlock some stuff like the concrete factory, which I put down towards the end of the episode, and get that running so I can start producing the concrete that I need. You'll see me going back and forth to Docklands a lot this episode. I am trying to decide and work on what I'm going to do with Docklands. I know I'm going to need to import a lot of different goods. 1 million population is obviously a fairly high number, and since I'm not building super efficiently or anything, then I know that I'm going to have to utilize Docklands quite a bit to import what I need, because I also want to produce things still. I still want to have a lot of my own production, but at the same time, use a lot of imports. I do talk about it at the end of the episode a little bit briefly as well. You know, that I'm not going to electrify every single thing just because of the way I'm going to have everything laid out. So I'm going to have to kind of use pull out every trick in the book, as it were, in order to make everything work out where I can sustain the population that I'm going to have. This island is kind of going to be like our capital-ish island in the old world, so it's probably going to be the densest in terms of population on it. The beauty building on it right now is kind of lackluster, unfortunately, just because I am trying to get everything I need set up and running. I'm trying to decorate as I go. In some spots, you've seen me, place down a few odds and ends. Just trying to figure out what I want different areas to look like. Some of it's not going to stay, like this little park right here. I'm kind of like, no about, but I do go through and start doing a little bit of decorating. I think right here I do a little something. Yeah, I think, yeah, right here I decide to do a little market area right here. Start kind of playing around with an idea for a market in this spot. I think I destroyed something. I destroyed that one and put in, what I put in? Oh, a little drink thing. That's right. But just a little market area. I want little nooks and crannies like this. I think I've already put it in. Yeah, I'm looking around right now trying to decide what to do. No, I haven't done it yet. I do put in a few more little decorations that I thought were kind of cute later on. Oh, here he goes. Yeah, I don't ever get to use these. Yeah, I never get to use that little bakery. I was very excited about putting that bakery down. I was so excited about that. But yeah, I'm trying to do some like decorating as I go, little at a time and everything. But for the most part, right now, my main focus is trying to get things unlocked and built up. That way I have everything available that I need so I can build everything. Okay, so quite a few of you were not a big fan of the dirt roads going through the middle. So I decided to take them out. I may change it up again I may change it up again later. I decided to put the enclosed greenery down. I'm a huge fan of the enclosed greenery. It does make the city look a lot greener, obviously. It's greenery. But at the same time, I kind of liked the rusticy look of the dirt roads in the middle of that. So I don't know. I'm playing around with it. You know, this is not going to be a thing where, you know, it's one and done. Like, I built it, I'm not going to touch it again. You know, I'm going to go back and fiddle around with some of my beauty building and some different stuff. I've been talking with Darren, Republic of Play, quite a bit lately, and he has sent me some amazing screenshots that he has for some of his cities. It gave me some really, really cool ideas and everything. So, you know, if you watch Republic of Play, leave a little comment. Just, you know, tell him thank you for giving me some ideas, because he was very kind to send me a couple dozen screenshots of some stuff that he's done, and it was really, really cool looking. It gave me some really neat ideas. Yeah, right here. So I realized that I really wanted to get some of that free workforce. I'm going around claiming some islands, but at the same time, I don't have much influence, and I'm going to want to be putting down more town halls and trade unions. But I do start trying to claim some more islands and get myself up to at least the 150 workforce section. I need that for some of these other islands I'm going to be settling on that I don't plan on building on at the moment, so it's just going to have stuff slapped down onto there. Getting our public mooring going. This right here brings me in like 1,700 coins per minute from that thing, so it really boosts our income up through the roof quite substantially. And I do start using propaganda. I start using the 20% reduction in consumption propaganda for right now. Probably going to stick with that, and maybe the 30% one, do a 50% reduction in consumer goods. I think it's going to be necessary given my inefficient building style and the population numbers I'm looking to do. So it's definitely something I'm going to have to consider using. That means I'm also going to have to keep an eye on happiness and make sure that my happiness stays high, because I will get a max negative happiness penalty for having so much propaganda running. So I'm going to have to get things like the Jurassic set on all of my population islands. The Jurassic set increases happiness. There's a few other sets and everything that I'm going to have to farm out and get on all of my islands to keep happiness up and running. I may run the 30%, the 20%, and then maybe a plus 15 happiness later on once I have the available influence for that. That's several hundred influence for all of those, so I'm probably going to have to... I can't do it right now. I may just have to take the happiness penalty hit. But later on, that's probably going to be my auto-publish, is 30%, 20% consumption reduction, and a plus 15 happiness. The 50%, and then couple that with, you know, food and drink venue stuff from tourist season, and then shopping arcades from High Life. I'll be able to get a fairly substantial reduction in consumer goods. I am going to be making heavy use of town halls as well to provide goods and cut stuff out, just to reduce the overall amount of goods that I have to be producing or importing through Docklands, because that's going to be a lot too. And with that, we're coming up towards the end of the time lapse here. I'm going to leave y'all with a little bit of soundtrack music while I fiddle around with a park that I absolutely hate. I'm actually going to tear it down the more I look at it now. And I'm just going to completely rip this park out and do something different there. With that, guys, enjoy the rest of the time lapse. I will see you back in the real time. All right, guys, so I'm going to have to cut this one a little bit short in terms of how much I'm going to be able to get done. Having a little something come up here in real life I've got to go take care of, and I don't have time to record anymore before I need to edit and render this to get it out to you in time for you to watch it. So basically all I've done is just expand the city up a little bit more this way. We have greatly expanded our population, though. We're up to a lovely balance of 80 to 100 per minute, so not doing too bad there. Docklands, yeah, I know. I can't believe I did that. Actually, I can't believe I screwed that up, and instead of exporting or importing the sausages, I was exporting them. So rip me. But I fixed it, and that's all good to go now. I am using the fur coats now for our sausage imports at the moment, and using our rum to import the pigs to make soap out of. Later on, I'll probably just import the tallow itself on another island, because I do want to go ahead and start getting everything moved off. I'm probably going to let things run for a while so I can build up some concrete and windows and get all of that kind of stuff built up that I need, so I can start building commuter piers and getting everything shifted around. I really got to free up all of this room right here from all these farms and get those away from here. Probably head over to the Sunken Treasures region, Cape Trelawney, so I can start purchasing some steam motors until I'm ready to go ahead and build them myself as I get all this up and running. Also kind of thinking in my mind about electricity. Probably, like I think I talked about it earlier, I'm probably going to have a power plant right around in here somewhere-ish, maybe, in this general area. I am going to end up importing a lot of goods for the island, but I still do want to produce some stuff myself as well, so we'll see how that goes. But I'll think about where I'm going to have that the power plant at. Like I said, probably right around in this area right in here, and we'll shift a little bit of industry up. If not, all of my industry is not covered by electricity, I'm not going to worry about it too much, because I will have some islands that are dedicated to doing a lot of imports and production, kind of like dirty, not like full industrial islands, I don't think. I don't know yet. A lot of this is just kind of playing it by ear and seeing what I'm going to need and how I'm going to do things. So we'll kind of keep at it and see how things go as I continue on and build this up. But yeah, so got a little bit more going. I have a plan in my head for this area of town right here and how it's going to look. Going to get away from the, and someone actually corrected me. This is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. I kept calling it a 14 by 14, and it's a 16 by 16. So thank you to those of you who are correcting me in the comments that it's not a 14 by 14, it's a 16 by 16. Yeah, you know, it's what happens when you record over the course of several days and then you go back and do the commentary later. You kind of forget what you did, and you're just kind of like watching things go by real fast on the screen, and you're trying to recall exactly what you did like 3 days ago. So little trees right there. But yeah, other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this second episode for our series here. Weekend is coming up. I have some streams planned for this particular save right here that I want to do, as well as several days of recording, and I do want to get a lot done in that time. I kind of want to go ahead and get investors within the next episode or two, get our investors up and running up on this section of the plateau up here, and get this island somewhat filled in and start expanding to some other islands and get those taken care of. So with that, guys, have a great rest of your day. Leave a comment and a like down below if you enjoy the video. Let me know your feedback and your thoughts on everything. And until the next one, take care.